You guys remember that energy is fluid, the roles can be switched, put yourself where you need to, just don't make things fit. Now, my readings are timeless, which means when you find this message, if it resonates, it's yours. Of course, discernment is needed here on my channel, so again, make sure you are, excuse me, hold on one second, you guys, I forgot to mute. All right, so I can see the comments, you guys, and yes, this is live stream as well. Forgot what I was saying. That tends to happen when I'm live. I get super nervous. Funny thing too, every time I go live, right before I go live, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go pee. So I don't know if it's my nerves or what, but kind of funny things, right? So obviously I am going to be live streaming for a little bit here, you guys, doing pre-recorded videos and edited videos with kids, summer break, all that good stuff. It's just really hard. So I am going to be going live stream for a while. It just makes it a little bit easier on me. So like I said, you guys, my readings are timeless. When you find the message, if it resonates, it's yours. Discernment is definitely needed here. So make sure, you figure out who's in their masculine and who's in their feminine. Of course, we all possess masculine and feminine within us. Again, it's up to you to figure out who's in their masculine, when, and of course, all that good stuff. So I do have a lot of decks. I've already set intentions, you guys. Obviously, I pray off a camera. So it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and get straight into this. Typically what I like to do is just kind of pull some collective messages. That way you kind of know who this message is going to be for before we actually get really deep into it. Roughly my live streams have been lasting anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. I am a little exhausted tonight. I woke up extremely early, so it is what it is. If I retire a little early, we will. If not, we'll go longer. So if you guys are catching this live stream, don't forget to say hello in the chats. I will be checking the chats every now and then, you guys. Hello, everybody coming in. I see you guys coming in. So again, if you guys are not catching this live stream, just say hello in the comment section down below. But obviously, if you guys are catching this live, definitely put your energy over in the chats, this side. Actually, that side, right? Yeah, see, I'm reversed here. You guys get what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and dive right into the collective messages first. Like I said, this will just kind of help when it comes to who this reading's for. Universe, let's focus on the energy for the collective, please. Like I said, with these overall collective messages first, some of the messages may apply for you, none of them may. That's not to say that absolutely the collective messages that come through in the beginning are going to confirm that the reading's yours. Like I said, you may not find any messages in the overall energy, and that in-depth love reading may resonate for you. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We have inner voice coming through. Okay, so this feels like someone's needing to speak up, or there's some truth within that someone's wanting to speak up. It might not be that you're actually speaking up on something here. It could just be that, what feels like endings and new beginnings, right? So what feels like I'm thinking about this inside, I know this truth inside surrounding this ending, surrounding this new beginning. So this definitely feels like there's this truth within, right? So someone's intuition is hitting, and it also feels like that person just feels really strong when it comes to what they feel. So again, this could be you, this could be your person. There's definitely an ending and a new beginning coming through. So definitely when it comes to the overall messages, this reading is going to resonate for those of you guys, again, where you've ended one relationship and you could be going into another. Now, again, I focus the intention on love. Okay, sometimes money comes through. Sometimes new love comes through. 9 times out of 10, I tend to channel for separation, no communication. It just is what it is. So again, that ending, new beginning is coming through for you here. So definitely this truth, your intuition hitting, surrounding this ending and new beginning. Universe, show me more when it comes to the collective, please. You're also receiving enlightenment. Okay, again, this is a deep knowing, right? This is inside, I know this truth. I know there's something more powerful here, right, behind what I feel. This feels not necessarily too good to be true, but again, it's that concept of, I know what this is, right? I'm very certain with what this is. Enlightenment is also card number 43. 4 and 3 is 7, right? So there's problems and fears here. So even though I'm afraid of what I know what I know is my truth. I know what I feel is very clear. It's very certain. Again, I know how I feel surrounding the ending. I know how I feel when it comes to the new beginning. Again, I see this truth even though I'm afraid of it, right? I see the bigger picture, even though there's problems here. So it does feel like this is someone, obviously, there's been problems with, clearly, right? An ending, a new beginning. So for some of you guys, this is things ending with this person, craving a new beginning. For others of you guys, this is a new beginning that's taking place, right, after an ending. I feel like clearly someone's seeing the truth. Again, whether this is you or your person, it's hard to say in this energy. Again, we'll dive deeper as we get into this reading. I feel like obviously there is this fixation on experiencing, right? Experiencing something new. So again, for some of you guys, this is new love, but for others of you guys, this is wanting someone from the past to return. Again, so take it how it resonates for each of you guys. I just feel like there's always this focus on the experience, right? Whether that's the experience of the past or the experience of the future, right? So nostalgia, right? Daydreaming, fantasizing. Absolutely, very interesting. We have soulmating at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is also card number 34. So we have 43 and 34. You may be seeing 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3. You get what I'm saying? All those different combinations here. You may be seeing a lot of 3s, a lot of 4s. But how interesting, we have the same, you know what I'm saying, 3 and 4 is 7, 4 and 3 is 7. So again, these problems, these fears. So it feels like both of you guys are afraid of it, right? Both of you guys feel the issues, the problems, the conflict, the issues. So again, for some of you guys, it could be that it's hard to start this relationship back up. Or again, it's hard to let go of that ending. Under that soul mating, we have soul song. So this feels like, you know, music really making you feel some type of way, right? And again, look, what did I say about fixated, focus, right? We have number 44, right? With fixation, not with fixation, I'm sorry, with expansion. I can't talk. So again, being really focused on expanding, being really focused on growing. So, and interesting, under that, we have number 11, right? So remembrance, again, in nostalgia here, right? Really in nostalgia when it comes to, this feels like letting things go to create, right? So for some of you guys, this could be that you're in another relationship or your person's in another relationship, needing to clear it out, needing to get rid of it. It could just be like decluttering, right? Organizing, right? Getting space, right? Getting space available. So in other words, creating space for this person and vice versa. But again, with number 44, expansion, both of you guys are wanting to grow. Both of you guys are fixated on experiencing growth together. And it feels like in your separate paths here, this definitely feels twin flame-ish, right? It's not confirmation, but it does feel very strong, right? Very soulmate energy, or if not, definitely twin flame, right? One or the other here. I feel like going back to that expansion, it feels like one of you guys is really focused on growing, and I feel like the other one's focused on growing too, but this feels like more like I can't stop thinking about it, right? So again, it feels like one of you guys can't stop thinking about the future, and the other one does think about it as well, but I feel like it's heavier for the other. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like it's heavier for one of you guys over the other one. Again, I feel like music is really making you feel some type of way. Definitely in nostalgia, right? Memories of one another, right? So maybe you guys have a song or a few songs that are just really, again, making you feel some type of way here. We have light beings coming through as well, right? Again, this feels very spiritual. This feels very powerful. This feels like divine purpose. This feels like divine orchestration. I feel like, and I'm picking up on masculine energy here. This feels like there's a masculine who's really, it feels like questioning, right? What is divine, questioning what is, it feels like, I feel like something bigger is taking place here. I feel like there's something magical, right? I feel like there's just too many coincidences. I feel like there's just too many signs, right? There's too many things that are just, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's like, it's just, it's too crazy, right? It's too powerful that it can't be something bigger. So it feels like I'm really questioning, right? Especially in masculine here, is really questioning, is what I feel really real? Is what I feel, is all these signs, right? Is everything that's taking place, is this really something bigger, or am I going crazy here? So again, I feel like there's a masculine here really questioning what they feel, right? Questioning why they see what they see. They definitely feel very strongly, attracted to you, obviously, with this soulmate energy. I just feel like this person, it feels like what I'm speaking to is feminine being more confident, and masculine still questioning what he feels, right? But I feel like there's obviously a masculine and feminine both here, really questioning what they feel, their truth, right? Again, it feels like feminine is more confident at this time, right, than masculine is. I feel like masculine is more going through, why am I seeing what I'm seeing, right? Why do I feel what I feel? Why are these dreams taking place? So we have transition kicking off. And again, I already shuffled off the camera, you guys, and set intentions before. So grounding the deck that we're about to grab from here, we have number 37, transitions. Again, with those endings and beginnings, right? 37, 3 and 7 is 10. It says excuse me, I can barely talk. You have all the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. Again, because there's this fixation on what can be. There's this fixation on what can be experienced, what can be felt, whether that's in past tense or future. So again, whether this is one of you guys looking at the past, constantly thinking about the experience of the past, the nostalgia, the remembrance, and then the other one focused on the future and what can be experienced in the future. Or again, both of you guys can be experiencing both, right? Nostalgia of the past and worry when it comes to the future. I just feel like there's this fear of what's to come, right? So again, there's anxiety attached to the future. There's worry attached to the future. So again, it feels like feminine, even though she's very confident with what she feels, she's very clear with her emotions, there's still this fear, there's still this problem. And that fear for this feminine is, will we cross that bridge? Will we come together? Will we experience this in the future? And again, it feels like for this masculine, it's more of, again, even though things have ended and I've transitioned away from feminine, there's still this want and this need to experience with this feminine. There's still this question with, why do I see what I see? Why do I feel what I feel? And again, is it too good to be true? Is this something bigger than just me? So again, I do get that this masculine is questioning what he sees and what he feels, right? Again, really questioning who he is and more importantly, what he's a part of, right? So this feels like, what I feel for this feminine is very strong, right? What I feel for this feminine, even though things have ended, even though there's been a transition here, I still see this truth that surrounds me every day. Is this real, right? Again, I feel like this masculine is questioning as well if that bridge will ever be crossed, right? If that experience, again, there's still this fixation from both of you guys here to have some experience in the future. And again, there's still this nostalgia of the past as well. Experience, right? It feels like, again, the problems and fears are attached to the experience. So whether this is afraid because of what the past has done, that you'll experience the same thing in the future, or just, again, really, going through what was gone through just to transition and being afraid of having that transition in the future, again, crossing that bridge, coming together, right? So again, both of you guys are afraid here. Both of you guys realize there's problems when it comes to working together, when it comes to, meeting halfway here. Universe, show me more when it comes to the, excuse me, I cannot speak, the collective. Universe. You guys may have communication issues. It doesn't have to be. Could just be me. Okay. Okay, I felt like that was backwards. It came out in the reverse. I will not be reading reversals in this deck, you guys. We have forgiveness coming through. Number 26, right? 2 and 6 is 8. So definitely evaluating, right? Fast action, right? Really, really thinking about taking actions in a fast way. Hurt blocks our light, right? This feels like feminine needs to make a decision to forgive this masculine. But I'm also getting that this masculine needs to forgive himself, forgive himself for the emotions, right? Not making a decision with his emotions, okay? I'm getting that real strongly here. It feels like this masculine never made a decision. So strung you along, right? And it feels like obviously that created a lot of pain, but it also feels like feminine, what she feels, that hurt, that pain, that sadness is clearly creating a blockage, right? So if, again, it feels like to have that clarity, to have that confirmation, to have truth, right? To have acknowledgement. It feels like, again, that forgiveness has to be attained, right? And I'm talking about complete forgiveness here, because it feels like feminine obviously has suffered for what masculine has done for her. So it feels like, again, if this feminine doesn't release that, if this feminine doesn't release and forgive, clearly that pain's still going to be here, right? And darkness is still going to reside within. And I'm attaching this darkness to those fears and those problems. So it feels like denial. Okay, I'm getting denial when it comes to emotions, denial when it comes to the pain. So it feels like feminine is denying the pain she's gone through, right? Maybe for some of you guys, you're avoiding what you feel because what you feel is hurt, right? Or it's been a disappointment, it's been a failure. I'm also getting that for some of you feminines, you're just like, no, I'm blocking you because you hurt me, right? It's like, it's more of a denial that it's being done though, right? So again, it almost feels like if this feminine is denying this masculine, she hasn't even realized she's denying him. And I don't mean actually tangibly denying him. This feels like you hurt me and I'm going to deny what I feel. But by doing so, you're denying this masculine. Makes sense? Spiritually is what it feels like. Renewal is grounding the deck so far, obviously, right? It's like denying that renewal is wanted, or denying. And again, and it could be also this masculine just denying his emotions, right? Rejecting his emotions, rejecting renewal, right? Denying renewal here. Renewal is card number 27, 2 and 7, right? We have 9, completion, happiness. He's denying that renewal would make him completely happy. Straight up, right? And I feel like feminine does the same thing though, right? I feel like feminine is denying that, you know, that renewal can take place, right? So it's almost like this masculine is also, you know, giving this energy off to feminine as well. Forgive, right? Make the decision to forgive. That's how you, right? That's how the decision to renew becomes, right? I mean, obviously that hovering energy from both the past last readings I've done live, again, it's that hovering, manifesting reconciliation, right? It's manifesting, wanting, creating renewal. But it feels like trying to bypass everything and getting it, right? Like getting straight to it, right? Saying, you know, I want it now. Radical self-love. So it's going more from this soulmate energy to this twin flame energy, right? Obviously, anytime I see self, anytime I see self, that's when I acknowledge it's twin flame, because it's like the path to self, right? We can only receive love to the extent that we unconditionally love and live the truth ourselves, right? So again, it feels like if I don't attain self-love, I can't have this person love who I am, right? It's like, how can I explain this? As within, so without. I've preached this so many times on my channel, right? If you feel like on the inside you're never going to have renewal, or you're not worthy of renewal, or you're not worthy of love, or you're not worthy, any of that, you know, any of that negative thinking, obviously you're creating that same energy. You're putting that out into the world. So people are going to perceive you in the same way, right? If you feel like you're not worthy of love, collective, people are going to feel like you're not worthy of love. Right? If you feel like you are valued and you are of high value and you deserve love, people are going to feel like you're the love that they deserve. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So it feels like really loving oneself very radically. If you're having a hard time, right, this isn't going to be for all of you guys, but if you're having a hard time when it comes to self, right, when it comes to self-love, universe is saying for you to, even if you don't believe it, right, to tell yourself, right, be extremely radical when it comes to putting yourself first and loving yourself, right? So this is putting yourself on that high horse, right? Putting yourself above all, right? Putting yourself above anyone else, because again, I've said this before, how can you take care of anyone if you can't take care of yourself, okay? Again, that message isn't for all of you guys, but again, for those of you guys where you are challenged by loving yourself and putting yourself first, universe is saying it's time to do so, right? You attract how you feel. You attract, again, as within, so without, right? Universe, show me more when it comes to this collective reading. Like I said, once we pull these collective messages, we'll actually get into the love reading. Some of these messages will be for you, some may not, right? So again, take what resonates. Universe, let's get one more card. I feel like I'm losing control of the cards. It feels like they're heavy. It feels like I'm tired. But it feels like easy, right? Easily tired, easily able to, what feels like give up, right? Easily. It feels like I'm speaking to someone, or again, if I'm not speaking directly to you, I'm speaking how your person treated you. It feels like someone easily gave up, right? Easily got tired. Okay, you see what I'm saying? And it feels like that person is the one who has lost control here, or who is losing control. We have number 43 again, right? So we had 34, 43, and now 43 again. Inner life, your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. Interesting, because we have inner voice, right? And we have inner life. So again, what you feel on the inside, what is felt on the inside. Enlightenment, again, this feels like a masculine. Feels like there's a masculine here who's starting to create things inside, starting to make sense of things inside, right? Starting to question what is felt, question what is seen, question what is bigger, right, than him. Again with voice. This feels like a masculine wanting to speak what he feels, wanting to speak what he's acknowledged, what he's seen, what he's figuring out, right? This is feeling like this masculine is starting to acknowledge who he is and what he feels. Again, denying those emotions from the past, denying you from the past, right? So this is definitely someone who has denied who things have ended, clearly. Voice is also number 3, right? 30. 30 simplifies to 3 here. So again, with this experience, right? 3s symbolize experience, journeys, right? This is 2 coming together to experience something together, right? For some of you guys, this could be kids. This could be, you know, again, just the experience itself, birthing a new creation, actually birthing a child. For some of you guys, you may get pregnant in the future with this person, or if not, that's at least desired here, right? That's wanted, this experience. You are here to be known, so speak and be seen. So again, it feels like this masculine is feeling like this feminine has always known. This feminine has always been so confident. So again, it feels like, man, she was right? I need to speak this. I need to let this be seen. So this definitely feels like trying to build up the courage, right, to voice. Women supporting women. I'm getting that this masculine is speaking to feminine energy, right? Speaking to cousins, family members, sisters, mothers, grandmothers. You get what I'm saying? Trying to get advice from a feminine standpoint here. Universe, let's get a little bit more here for the collective before we get into this in-depth love reading. Universe, show me more when it comes to the collective, please. Collective messages. Again, with the feeling like everything's just kind of not necessarily losing control right now. This feels like everything is out of control, right? Things have already been out of control, right? So now it's like, how can I'm trying to catch things, right? If that makes sense. So it feels like I've lost control, I've lost grip, and now I'm trying to grasp things. I'm trying to make sense of what I feel. And again, this is from masculine energy here. So either you're a masculine trying to realize and speak this truth, or again, either you're a feminine and this masculine's wanting to experience and wanting to grow, right? Wanting to voice, wanting forgiveness, right? As within, so without, wanting to forgive, right? Oneself, wanting to forgive the connection. We have sharing as well as wishful expectations, number 33 and number 14. It feels like the challenge here is making wishes come true. Okay, someone's wishes have not been fulfilled here. Okay. And the card of sharing, I'm getting third-party energy. I'm getting, for some of you guys, maybe have been swingers, or if not swingers, this just feels like lots of sexual partners, right? Lots of lusty ways. Eternal gatekeepers grounding this energy, number 32. Again, with this challenge, acknowledging is a challenge, right? Protecting is a challenge. Acknowledging what's right for someone is a challenge here. There's giving and receiving and receiving and giving. So it feels like whoever gave to someone else is still receiving things, right? So it feels like karma, but it also feels like enlightenment. The challenge is looking in the mirror, right? And acknowledging that truth. That's what this is, right? This is a masculine who's looking in the mirror and acknowledging what he's denied for so long. The challenge is, again, protecting, right? Feminine. The challenge is defending what he feels. Let's get one more card here, and then we'll pull from another deck. Like I said, this may be a lengthy reading, you guys, so definitely grab something to drink, grab something to snack, cuddle up, get comfortable. I'll try to go for as long as I can, and then, like I said, whenever I just get tired, I'll hop off of here. Universe, final card from this deck, please. Emotional energy, right? Definitely a lot of emotions here. Card number 25, 2 and 5 is 7. Again, with those problems and fears, right? So afraid of one's emotions, the problem being someone expressing their emotions or being clear with their emotions, or just, again, even acknowledging their emotions, right? Being truthful with oneself when it comes to what they feel. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. So being thankful for what feels like every part of this experience, the painful, the third party, the lies, whatever this is. Because again, this feels like I never made a decision, right, when it came to my heart. So what I felt, I never chose, right? I never chose what I felt emotionally here. But I'm thankful for not choosing what I felt emotionally. I'm paying attention now to what I feel emotionally. I'm taking action, right, when it comes to what I feel emotionally. It feels like you've had to share this person. Maybe this person shared you. Again, for some of you guys, you could have been swingers. That's not for all of you guys. We have broken dreams. Again, wishes not being fulfilled here, broken dreams, right? Only you can accept or reject your dreams. So again, it feels like one's accepting and one's rejecting. I feel like it's the feminine who's accepting, who knows, and the masculine who is rejected and who's starting to make sense of things, right? Again, this is a masculine who's starting to acknowledge his truth, acknowledge his emotions, right? It feels like he rejected those dreams. He rejected what he saw, what he felt, all those signs. Again, everything that he's feeling now, that he's starting to make sense of, that he's starting to say, okay, wait, there's no way all these dreams, all these coincidences, all this crap, there's no way that I'm not a part of something bigger. That's what this feels like, right? Because of what's been broken, right? Because of what's failed, because of what's ended, because of what he did. Again, the rejection, the denial. I feel like the feminine has accepted, right, her dreams, knows the truth surrounding that, right? I feel like there's, again, this decision to experience. That's a challenge, right? So again, it feels like someone's not making the decision to choose this experience. And it feels like the other person is damaged and challenged by the pain of the decision not being made. Again, this person never made a decision. Is still challenged making this decision. At some points it feels like, you know, I'm denying what I've seen. I deny what I know. But at the same time, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop questioning it. I can't stop having these dreams. I can't stop seeing it. So even though I want to reject it, bam, it's still there in front of my face. I can't refuse it because it's still there, even though I want to. But it feels like obviously there is pain attached to this. So even though this person's rejecting, even though this masculine energy is refusing, he's still challenged by what's broken, what's not there, what's not in place, right? What is in shambles, what's in pieces here. All because he chose to reject instead of accept. So this feels like that rejection he can't ignore. This rejection he has to ultimately accept. It's like the more he rejects, the more, again, it's being accepted here. Grounding the deck, the next deck we're using here is invisibility, authenticity. So again, Needing this, you know, needing to speak this truth. Needing to be true with oneself, right? So again, I'm getting for feminine here, right? Needing to see the truth when it comes to, if you feel like you're never going to have something, that's how people are going to see you. Like you're never going to have things, right? If you feel like you're not good enough, people are going to feel like you're not good enough, right? But again, that's why that radical self-love was needed, right? And again, it feels like I'm speaking to feminine, doesn't have to be, but it just feels like that radical self-love is needed because again, it feels like that's what changes things radically. It feels like whether this feminine accepts it or not, she's still denying what she can have in the future. She's doubting, right, and worried when it comes to crossing that bridge, when it comes to, again, compromise, right, reconciliation, whatever, right, whatever you want to call it. Grounding the energy, we have dawn, the light after the darkness. So again, this feels like seeing the truth after all the pain, right? Again, remember, because I relate shadow, right, to dark, to denial, right? So for me, the shadow work, right, the dark, right, the however you want to look at it, the shadows, right, to me, that's denial. It's rejection, right? It's denying and rejecting what you don't know, what you can't see. So again, this feels like I'm going to deny my intuition, right? I'm going to deny what I feel. Sorry, the computer, you can see everything. I apologize. That's anything with like a glossy finish, unfortunately. So it feels like denying what's felt. Absolutely. It feels like the masculine denied his emotions, what he felt for feminine, but it also feels like feminine is almost denying what she feels too, right? That what she doesn't have challenges her. So it could be that maybe that's what it is. Maybe for some of you guys, it's not that you need to radically love yourself. It could be opposite. Maybe you are radically loving yourself, right? Again, denying what you really feel, denying what feels broken, denying what really challenges you. So again, to each your own, right? Those roles can be switched, right? Universe, show me more when it comes to the collective, please. We have Black Cat coming through. Fortune meets opportunity. Hi, Tim. Good to see you again. So we have fortune meets opportunity, right? So this feels like good things, right? This feels like opportunity, right? Grasping opportunity, making, right, things happen. It's being grounded by ghost, regret. So this feels like opportunity after regretting something, right? After regretting, denying, right? Feels like someone's intuition knows there's an opportunity, right, that's here, right, that there's opportunity in the future, but also regrets ghosting, right? So this is definitely a masculine who's ghosted a feminine. And it's like this masculine's intuition is saying, hey, look, emotionally I rejected what I feel and I regret that, right? My intuition is telling me that there's opportunity, right? Definitely feeling like past lover, right? A past lover that's not seen, but it also feels like even though it's not seen, it's known, right? So even though I don't know, I regret, I deny, I question still, but I do know, right? That's why I question it. Again, it feels like I know what I feel, but I'm going to deny it. So even though it's being denied, it's known. It's just not being true with oneself. It's not, again, it feels like someone hasn't forgiven themselves or someone, therefore all they're doing is creating this, or they haven't asked for forgiveness. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's like creating all this. It feels like overboiling, like at some point it's going to happen. I don't know. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now. Risk and reward with Apple, right? This feels like toxic, right? Past, positive future, right? Feels like someone has to take a risk in order to gain. So again, this feels like this masculine is trusting his intuition that there's something in the future, even though he regrets his past. But at the same time, that opportunity of the future for this masculine, it's not being taken. It's still being questioned. It's still being figured out, right? So I'm trying to figure it out. Should I take this risk? And if I do take this risk, is there opportunity? Is there reward, right? I guess because what feels like toxicity in the past, right? I'm afraid because of what I've experienced in the past, what toxicity has taken place between us two, whether that's feminine being toxic to masculine or masculine being toxic to feminine. There was still toxicity that resided in the connection. There were things that needed to be released. There were things that needed to be faced and still do, right? But again, it feels like because of all that, I am now worried of the future. I don't know if I'm going to have that reward, that success, but I can't stop thinking about taking that risk. My intuition tells me that there is opportunity in the future. Even though I haven't acknowledged this truth, even though I haven't expressed what I know, even though I deny, right, myself, my emotions, my intuition still tells me that there's something here. Mischief and play. Again, it feels like in the past there were games played. Again, this masculine never made a decision. So I'm gonna wear a mask, I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear, and then I'm gonna take off, I'm gonna play games, right? Again, with a lot of third party energy, right? This feels like you had to see this person make advancements or go after other people. You may also be seeing this person now, right? Like that, right? In a third party. So for some of you guys, you may be in a third party or this person, again, feeling like you're having to share. And I feel like this is both of you guys here, right? Feeling like whatever you're experiencing right now, focusing on the other person, there is this, I'm having to share what's mine, right? So there is this kind of territorial, kind of dominant energy that's kind of here, invisibility, but it feels like I'm not saying anything, even though I know this is true, this is mine, and I want this, and I feel like it, again, I feel like I'm sharing what's mine. And this doesn't feel like property. This feels like I know this truth is that that's my person, but I'm having to see this person experience life without me. I'm having to experience life without my person, right? It's being acknowledged here, but it feels like it's invisible, it's not seen. So it feels like, again, even though it's this truth is not visible, this truth is not expressed, this truth is not acted on, okay? Again, that's the regret here. There's that ghost energy again. Someone's ghosting their emotions. Again, for some of you guys, you were ghosted. Someone's ghosting, right? Regretting their emotions here. Look, that invisibility wants to come out. There's no denying that. Someone's behind, again, I feel like someone's hiding behind a mask. And absolutely, it feels like masculine. Still, regretting what can't be seen, what's not acknowledged, what's not taking action on. This truth, right? This feels like acknowledging oneself when it comes to what they truly feel. This masculine has denied what he's felt for a long time. He regrets it. It's created broken dreams. The challenge is making those dreams come true. The challenge is making those dreams, those wishes be fulfilled, right? Again, this feels like I'm not happy. I feel damaged, death, endings, and new beginnings. This feels like, obviously, what's eternal is now starting to exist. So this feels like in the past what's ended, it was meant to end because it was tangible, right? This is why, remember when I was saying this feels like in the past it was toxic, it was lusty. Again, it feels like in the past, the connection, as much as it was powerful, as much as it was meant to be and is meant to be and is written in the stars, again, twin flame, very strong spiritual connection here. Even though it's meant to be, it was meant to die tangibly so that the spiritual side of things could be addressed, so that the spiritual acknowledgement, right, the spiritual truth could be faced here. Skull of darkness, blind spots, right? It feels like this masculine took this feminine's love as, just took this feminine's love for granted, period. And I don't think it was intentional here. That's not what this feels like. This feels like this masculine mistook or mistaken. How do you say that? Mistook? That's not a word. Why is that not making sense? Why is that not sounding right? You get what I'm saying, right? This masculine thought your emotions, what love was, right? Okay, it feels like love came from this feminine, but this masculine didn't acknowledge that as love, but acknowledged that as like lust, sex, right? And I feel like that's because there were these blinders on. There was this tunnel vision. There was this, I'm only going forward. I'm not looking to the side or backwards. And what I mean by that is I'm only seeing things one way, period. I'm not willing to look at it from this point of view, that point of view, or even in the past, right? This is just I'm moving forward, that's it. So it feels like in that sense, this masculine couldn't see things from different angles, right? Again, with the skull here, clearly I'm getting endings and new beginnings. There were things not seen in the past, you know, when things ended. Again, darkness, denial, right? So again, in the past, denying what wasn't seen, right? Or denying what should have been seen, right? That truth. Again, with this death, with this new beginning, really questioning this new beginning, really questioning how to experience, how to fix broken dreams, right? How to create opportunity. Let's grab from another deck here as well. We're going to grab from this deck and one more other deck, and then we'll get even deeper into this love reading with some tarot. Yeah, and oracle. Okay. Universe, let's dive even deeper into the overall energy. Okay, we have ritual coming through as well as rooted. Ritual is number 33. Very interesting. So we have 33 twice. Okay, so we had 43 twice, 34 once, and 33 twice. So lots of threes, lots of fours here. Wow. Okay, I didn't even realize that. Rooted is number 34. I can't make this up. There's some strong, again, with these strong like confirmations, spirit speaking very, very strong, right? Universe speaking very strongly here with numbers. Both of you guys wanting to experience this. And this feels like daily thinking about the experience of the future here. This feels like both of you guys feel each other. Feels like both of you guys are dedicated to experiencing things, dedicated to the experiences of the past. But this also feels like by, you know, constantly focusing on the experience of the past and the experience of the future, right? So again, for one of you guys, it's constantly thinking about how to grow in the future. And for the other one, it feels like constantly always thinking about the past, right? Again, different angles, different perspectives here for masculine and feminine, but it feels like, you know, if I constantly think about what I experienced in the past, eventually I'm going to focus on myself because I'm tired of living in the past, right? And then vice versa, because I'm constantly thinking about the future and the opportunity of the future. Sorry, motorcycle passing. Because I'm constantly thinking about the experience of the future, it makes me now think about my past and how I acted in my past, the actions that I had taken, right? The denial, the rejection. So again, it feels like this masculine, the more he thinks about the possible reward of the future, the possible, you know, opportunity in the future, the experience in the future, the more he acknowledges what he did wrong in the past, the more he acknowledges that truth he denied, right? That was always there that he just didn't allow to be visible, okay? And I feel like for feminine, she started to focus on herself by constantly thinking of the past and what was not had, what was gone, right? The more the past was felt, the more the struggle of the ending took place. This feminine started to say, you know what, hey, man, I don't like the way things are. I need to change, right? I need to put myself first. So again, it feels like the experiences, even though they're being seen in totally two different ways here, the experience is making both of you guys really focus on self. So again, confirmation for me for twin flames. Obviously, both of you guys are acknowledging that there's some major problems here. There's some major fears here, okay? The card rooted obviously is speaking on needing to get grounded, right? it feels like either this masculine can sweep you off your feet, or, and maybe vice versa. Maybe both of you guys really do this to one another, right? And of course, you guys are going to handle it and react in different ways, but both of you guys may just be so, again, because the powerful connection is here, right? Again, both of you guys could really be making each other feel like, man, I can't, I'm on cloud 9 in this connection, okay? So there is this overall energy of needing to stay grounded with this person, even though they make you feel like you're on cloud 9. It feels like needing to focus on that when the connection does come back into play. Does that make sense? Needing to stay focused on staying grounded, feet firmly on the ground, because it feels like, again, man, I'm on cloud 9. And this is for both of you guys here. Again, it feels like the soul needs to be rooted, right? Because it feels like it's so felt spiritually, it's so powerful that, again, that's what creates that cloud 9 energy, right? That sweeping off the feet energy. And again, I'm getting this for both of you guys. So whether you realize it or not, this person mirrored you. When you felt like this person was literally like, just, it was so perfect when you were with this, but that's what it feels like. It feels like the connection was so strong that when you guys were actually together, it was very powerful. It felt right. But it feels like the second there was a separation, the second there was a little bit of detachment, it feels like it was felt very intensely, because again, it was just, it felt so good. It felt so right. And again, I'm getting that for both of you guys here. Ancestors, card number 3 as well. Okay. So clearly, okay, this is being spiritually guided. This feels like past loved ones are acknowledging this connection. Universe is acknowledging this connection. So it's just clarification, right? It's confirmation. That this is definitely a higher connection, right? This is a connection that's written in the stars. This is a connection that is approved, right, by those who have passed on. It feels like being deeply rooted, meaning it could be a lot of ancestral cursage that could have really, hindered this connection or created some darkness. In other words, that created some that rejection, right? That created that denial. But again, it feels like experiencing it, changing, right? Learning from it. Happy birthday. This feels like hiding vulnerability. Excuse me, I can't speak. Hiding vulnerability, right? Someone's afraid to be vulnerable. Someone does not want to show. It feels like weakness. Again, it feels like attached to that ancestral cursage. So it feels like, again, because of what was taught, what was passed down, someone rejected the experience. It feels like masculine here, okay? It feels like the denial, the rejection, the silence. Okay, I'm getting silence here. So again, it feels like no communication. But there was this promise made somewhere, whether this was something that was felt, maybe you made a promise to this person or this person made a promise to you. And it could also be this person making a promise to change that ancestral cursage, okay? But it feels like someone promised someone something, or either they're promising themselves something, right? Makes sense? It feels like spine chilling, right? So this is a really nerve-wracking, needing to stand up for oneself, needing to change things here. Yeah, and then we have the owl coming through, sight, right? Seeing things. Again, this feels like building up the courage to take action when it comes to being true with what's felt here. So let's take a few cards from this final deck, and then, like I said, we'll get into the in-depth love reading a little bit more here. We'll get some tarot, and we'll get some more oracle. Universe, let's wrap up this overall energy. Wrapping up the overall energy for the collective, please. Okay, that one's flying. We have earth coming through, okay? You may be dealing with an earth sign, doesn't have to be, okay? But again, with getting grounded, being rooted here. This is also the card of home, and we also have the card of south, grounding this with adventure, okay? So this feels like an adventure to return home, right? Definitely twin flame vibes here is what I'm getting. Earth, home is number 15, 1 and 5 is 6, right? So again, returning home, rekindling, right? Reconnecting, okay? A connection. Again, with this adventure, south, number 2, making a decision to reconnect, making a decision to emotionally go home, right? So again, this feels like, and I'm getting home residing within self, right? So again, acknowledging what one feels, right? To be able to take action, to have this adventure, right? To reconnect, to rekindle, right? To return home. Again, you may be an earth sign, you may be dealing with an earth sign, it doesn't have to be. We also have south. South is pretty hot, right? You could be dealing with a fire sign, they have fire in your chart, it doesn't have to be. Universe, show me more. We have bravery with oceans, okay? It's being grounded by adventure south still because I haven't shuffled the deck enough. This is card number 30, again, right? That's 30 twice. So we had 33 twice, 43 twice, 34 twice. Yeah. This is courage, right? So I'm getting Leo energy, lion energy, right? Again with fire energy, but I'm also getting water, right? So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. This feels like wanting to experience life with, right, my person from a place of true emotions. Interesting enough, my candle went out. It was lit and it just, there's no draft in here. I just saw the smoke and I was like, what, why is it smoking? Okay. Someone's light, it feels like needing to be brave after putting someone's light out. Makes sense. So again, this feels like a masculine who knows he rejected, who knows he denied, who knows he put that flame out, wanting to, again, build up the courage to experience this, to reconnect, again, to heat things up, to have this adventure, to make this decision, to experience this. We have, again, fury, bushfire, so again with fire energy, okay? This feels like this is out of control or this has gone on too long, right? Wanting to lose control, wanting to be vulnerable. Universe, let's get a few more cards here to wrap up the overall energy, please. Hidden and not seen, we have clarity, mountain, right? So this feels like obviously this is one hell of a mountain to climb, but it's here, it's being faced, okay? Clarity, we have creation with water, again with water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So heavy earth, fire, and water now, okay? This feels like, even though I know this is going to take a long time, even though I know this is going to be really hard, I'm willing to, again, I'm willing to do this here. I'm willing to do this to bring clarity. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to face, look, card number 16, again with these numbers, we have 7 yet again, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. 1 and 6 is 7, problems and fears. Again, this feels like, again with water, emotions, right? I'm afraid of what I feel emotionally, and I know it's a problem, but I'm willing to work on it. I'm willing to overcome this obstacle, right? I'm willing to overcome it so that I can be very clear with what I feel. So I can be very clear with what it is that I want to create. Look, again, water is the card of creation. Okay, it's also card number 29. 2 and 9 is 11, right? To create union, to create justice. Making the decision to emotionally create the twin flame journey. Right? Because I know what I feel, right? It's meant for me. I know what it is, right? I feel it. So this feels like masculine embracing what he feels, owning what he feels emotionally. So I'm going to stick these cards back in their decks here, and we're going to dive even deeper into this reading. Hopefully that resonated so far. Hopefully you guys gained the messages that you needed, the clarity that you needed, confirmation, yada, 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 right? So the next round is just going to be a little bit more deeper into love, right? The love, the outcome, right? The emotions felt, what's not seen, what needs to be seen, all that good stuff, okay? Picking up one card one at a time. Normally I don't do that. I don't know why. So this feels like taking one's time, right? Focusing on one thing at a time. Yeah, let's see what's going on here, okay? Let me move some of these cards out of the way, and then we'll get into it. All right, I do want to grab some tarot first. Let's see what's going on with the good old tarot. I haven't used this deck in a while, you guys. Okay, so that feels like it's hard to come together. It feels like a bridge. Remember how I told you? It feels like someone's afraid to cross that bridge, or afraid that crossing that bridge won't take place. Again, the anxiety, the worry of crossing that bridge from both sides here. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that bridge, right? Universe, let's dive deep into this reading. Let's dive deeper into this love connection, please. Show me what I need to see, but more importantly, show the collective what they need to see surrounding this person, please. All right, so we do have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Very interesting. So this is returning after leaving one out in the cold. So it feels this person is returning to something they once walked away from, right? Something that, and again, this is tangibly walking away from the tangible past, right? Going into the spiritual future, right? You may be dealing again with an earth sign, doesn't have to be, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have the Knight of Cups coming through, again with water energy. This is definitely a more mature, right, energy. This is more of a mature masculine coming through. The Hierophant, Taurus energy, yet again. You may be dealing with a Taurus or have Taurus heavily within your chart or your person's chart. Taurus season could be of huge significance as well. The challenge is commitment. The challenge is accepting that spiritual path, right? Again, it feels like feminine is very confident with what she feels, but she still doubts, right? She doubts herself, therefore doubt is created in the connection. I feel like the challenge is this masculine committing to his emotions, committing to this feminine clearly. But again, it feels like even though the challenge, oh, my hair got stuck, sorry. Even though the challenge is commitment, even though the challenge is that higher perspective, again, it feels like this masculine has had a hard time seeing things from any other perspective than his own, right? How he views others, not even his own going within. This is how he sees others, and I'm only seeing what's in front of me, not from any other perspective here. So again, it feels like he was really challenged with that. So in the same aspect that feminine was challenged with the commitment, so was he, right? Again, it just feels like feminine was challenged by not having the commitment, or again, not understanding or being challenged when it comes to what is expected in the future, or what is coming in the future, right? Again, doubting. It feels like this masculine has doubted too, right? What he feels in a different way here, right? This feels like obviously this connection is written in the stars, right? There's definitely something very powerful and bigger than both of you guys here. King of Wands in the reverse, again with fire energy. It feels like this masculine hasn't stepped up. It feels like this masculine hasn't taken action, hasn't, you know, again, that's why we saw that his biggest wish here is to be strong enough and courageous enough to take action, because it feels like he's been a coward. As much as that's, you know, could be insulting for a masculine, it does. It feels like this masculine has been afraid to speak what he feels. He's been afraid to be vulnerable. He's been, again, a coward. Six of Swords, right? But returning after once traveling away. Again, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and now the Six of Swords in the reverse, right? This is, I left you out in the cold, right? I treated you really badly. I abandoned you, right? It caused challenges. It caused conflict. It caused issues here. But Five of Pentacles in the reverse, I want to fill that void. I want the old tangible cycle to no longer exist. I want this spiritual cycle in the future. So I'm coming back, not in that tangible way anymore, but in that more spiritual way, right? That this feels like divine masculine, okay? So going from masculine to divine masculine. Again, Six of Swords, I'm returning back. So now we have air energy coming through. So all elements are here, okay? We have earth, we have fire, we have water, and we also have air. I feel like there is communication of an offer, okay? So again, it feels like this masculine is struggling to communicate what he feels. He's struggling to make this offer, again, to take that risk to see if there's a reward, right? He's afraid that there's, again, because of the past, there's going to be failure. So there are, again, those fears that he needs to face here. Again, that's that courage that needs to be had. But still wanting to return, right? Very, very strongly, right? Desiring Ace of Wands to create things, to have a new beginning here. Wow. Nine of Cups, grounding the energy, right? To have happiness. So again, it feels like this masculine, the longer he sits in what feels like never choosing what he feels, never choosing his feminine, right? So it feels like he doesn't have his feminine. He rejected his feminine. But I want to return to my feminine. I want to spark things, back up, Ace of Wands. I want to create what I desire here. And that's this wish fulfillment. That's this happiness. That's these dreams come true. These dreams that were once broken. I feel like I keep seeing a card flip, but no. So again, this could have been someone that tricked you, right? Had that trickster energy. I think I was picking up on that in the very beginning as well, right? Again, because we had that invisibility energy, right? Even though I know this truth, I'm going to keep it visible. Visible. I'm going to keep it hidden, right? So again, I'm wearing a mask. I'm not being honest with my emotions. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm not single. I'm not independent, right? Could also be that maybe this masculine looked at you as not independent, okay? Or maybe you weren't single. Queen of Swords, okay? This feels like when it came to this masculine's emotions, yet again, he just covered them up, right? He blocked his emotions. He wouldn't let you know how he felt, okay? This feels like massive barrier, massive blockage. I'm going to put up that wall and I'm not letting you in. I am defending my heart. I am not going to let you hurt me. I am not going to let you know how I feel. I'm not going to let you know that you're my happiness. So again, I feel like though, Ten of Swords, ending that's going to hurt like hell. Again, this feels like that's why things ended, because this masculine couldn't acknowledge his emotions. He refused, he denied to embrace what he felt. So therefore, because of that, now he blocks his happiness. Now he rejected, now he put a wall up when it came to his happiness. So again, it feels like I'm going to deny what I feel. I'm not going to let you in. And because of that, now happiness is not coming into this masculine's life. Again, as within, so without. So in the same concept as feminine, doubting the experience of the future, doubting what she deserves or what she's going to have in the future. Again, as within, so without, creating denial in the future, creating rejection, doubt in the future. Same thing with this masculine. This masculine's like, man, I really blocked what I felt. I'm still blocking what I feel. I'm still blocking, right, what satisfies me emotionally, right? I'm still blocking the fact that I want to create this. I'm still blocking the fact that I want to make this offer, that I've denied this offer in the past when I shouldn't have, right? Again, I didn't see it, right? There's still this want and this need to return, even though it's not being addressed, even though it's being blocked, right? This is hard denial. This is hard rejection, but this feels like rejection when it comes to self, right? And of course, natural reaction is if I reject what I feel, I'm going to reject what you feel, right? As within, so without. Universe, show me more when it comes to this blockage, when it comes to this wall. But more importantly, when it comes to this creation, when it comes to what's desired here, this offer, to communicate these emotions, to return, to fill a void. Again, I feel like when this person returns, the want and the need is to not return to that old tangible way again. This is things dying so that things will never die again. Eternal, right? This is something that doesn't die. This is something that doesn't end. The Magician. So at the end of the day, all elements exist, right? The creation is here. The power to create, right? To use all tools to create this. So this is definitely a lot of effort, a lot of time, right? Seven of Swords. But again, with this mischief, this mask, these lies, the deceit. So I feel this masculine creating this after this, right? And I feel like what this means is that this masculine is not telling you how he feels. This masculine is not communicating, right? Keeping it a secret, wearing a mask, not letting anybody know what is felt here. Again, this is, I know the truth, but I'm denying it and I'm not saying it to anyone. Definitely not you, definitely not anybody else, right? But I'm working on it, I'm creating it. So again, it feels like answering questions, seeking questions, you know, lying about questioning things, lying about trying to figure things out, right? Lying about creating and planning and chasing desires, right? Lying and keeping it a secret when it comes to making this offer, right? Ten of Pentacles. Feels like there's a commitment that has to be broken in order to have this. This is why the lies are here. So absolutely feels like this person has to lie, right? Can't say anything because there's another commitment here that is failing. There's a commitment here that is breaking. Six of Pentacles, right? There's someone here they're giving to. Absolutely. There's someone here that they are connecting with tangibly. We have the Hermit in the reverse. And it feels like that's why they deny what they feel. That's why they deny, right? They deny rejecting, they deny the ghosting energy. But again, I feel like genuinely the more this person denies, the more they accept. Again, going back to the beginning of the reading, like I was saying, the more I deny what I feel, the more I deny my dreams, the more my dreams are denied, the more, you get what I'm saying? So this feels like the person they're connecting with, you know, it's either that this person hasn't gone within or the person they're dealing with hasn't gone within, okay? But like I said, I feel like just like in the overall energy, like I was saying, I feel like this person is questioning things. They are going within. They're starting to figure things out, right? And of course, you can't figure things out if you don't question what the hell it is. So, and that's what this feels like. This feels like, I don't know what this is. I know that I'm hiding things. I know that there's this truth here that I keep denying, right? I know that I need to work on this. I know I need to create this, but I'm going to, and I'm not going to say anything because there's someone I'm with. There's someone here that I feel, again, it doesn't feel like there's an alignment here with this person. It feels like there's a disconnect. It feels like failure in a commitment. We also have the Hanged Woman coming through, Hanged Man energy. Again, right, the Hanged Woman is card number 12, right? 1 and 2 is 3. The experience, again, feeling stuck, but also trusting universe. Trusting universe when it comes to what's being experienced, what will be experienced. So again, it feels like at the end of the day, that's what needs to be done here, right? Regardless if you're masculine or feminine in this reading, it's needing to just trust what universe has in store, right? Don't doubt the future, right? Don't doubt the future, but just trust that your future will pan out and play out the way it's supposed to, right? Okay, that came out in the reverse, and then it wanted to come up in the upright, which is interesting because it is the Moon card. Okay, this is the darkness, right? These are the shadows, the rejection, the refusal, the emotions that are being covered up, the emotions that are being rejected, denied, right? Moon card is Piscean energy. But I also just get water energy in general. So sometimes it can be Piscean Cancer energy. It doesn't have to be. It could also be Scorpio energy. 5 of Swords, defeat, right? So it feels like denying emotions, right? Denying what's felt, rejecting what's felt, refusing to express what's felt, keeping those emotions in the dark, right? Rejecting again, and that creating the challenge, that creating this mind of maniacs, constantly thinking about what's not being said, what's not being seen, right? So again, needing to trust what's not being seen, needing to trust, you know, what's being rejected, needing to trust the challenge. And in the struggle position, we have the Nine of Wands, resilience, okay? It feels like feminine, if you feel like emotionally you're just not strong enough, if you feel like emotionally giving up, universe is saying that that will pass, right? And vice versa. If you feel like you can't give up, it almost feels like that'll pass too. Again, it feels like the worry, the anxiety, the regret, the burdens, right? It feels like if you are currently experiencing any of that, it will be lifted. But it also feels like that's the same thing for this masculine. It feels like this masculine, you know, the fact that he wasn't courageous, the fact that he wasn't weak, like that he wasn't strong, that he was being weak, that's what's about to change here, right? Again, it feels like acknowledging emotions to be able to be strong enough and courageous enough to make things work, to make things come together. Look, Three of Swords, to fix this heartache. Again, it feels like ending things with a third party, ending third party energy, ending outer experiences, right? Ending any other experiences other than. So again, it feels like surrounding your energy is this brokenness. Surrounding your energy is this, how could you hurt me? How could you, again, remember what I was feeling in the very beginning. It feels like I'm watching my person with someone else, and it feels like I have to share my person. This is no longer sharing, right? This is whatever has been experienced away from you ending, okay? Whatever has hurt you ending. This person is in transition. They're caught in the in-between. The in-between for me is the in-between the ending and the in-between the new beginning, okay? So this person has been weak in the past. That was the tangible connection of the past. And now moving forward, this person is going to be strong, is going to be courageous, right? And it feels like they're taking the final steps that's needed in order to be able to have the new beginning. But again, it's still in the in-between. It hasn't taken place yet, right? So again, it feels like they're still thinking about the ending just as much as you. No, not right now, Mom. Let's go. Sorry, my cat's pawing at me right here. She's a very skittish cat, so she'll just, if I try to pick her up, she'll probably claw the table and knock all the cards off. And but again, it feels like I was weak in my past. I was looking at the connection in a tangible way, and now moving forward, I'm looking at it from a higher perspective. I'm in my divine counterpart energy. I'm moving forward to be stronger, right? So I've thought about the ending. I'm focused on the future, right? I'm focused on ending this pain and no longer being in what doesn't feel right, right? See if we can get one more card, and then we'll pull from two more decks here just to kind of wrap up this reading, but at the same time get a little deeper. So, universe, anything else here when it comes to this reading from this deck? The Tower. Okay, I like to see the Tower in the reverse. For me, intuitively, I feel like this is learning one's lessons, right? I feel like this is, again, moving forward, this masculine being courageous, being strong, no longer denying and rejecting what he feels, but again, acknowledging what he feels and taking action based off of that truth, right? So again, the Tower for me in this reading is I have learned from my past. So moving forward, you know, things aren't going to fall. Things aren't going to come crashing down, right? The Tower for me in the upright is the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and getting the same result, right? So again, I feel like things aren't going to be done the same way, right? Things are going to have the result that is desired here, okay? Grounding the overall energy from this deck, we do have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So again, returning back. We have 3 cards all in the reverse here that speak on once walking away and now returning back, right? Again, 5 of Pentacles, I abandoned you, I walked away, but in the reverse, I want to return back, I want to fill that void. Which one was it? I think it was on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, yeah. So it's not here anymore. But the 5 of forget what it was. There was a second card that was in the, oh yeah, it was the Six of Swords. It was the Six of Swords in reverse, right? Traveling away, now returning back, right? Wanting to travel back. And again, Eight of Cups, right? Scorpio energy, wanting to return, right? Back to the emotions that were once walked away from. This feels like walking away from someone to return back, okay? To return back to someone here. So let's pull from another deck here. The last two decks we're going to pull from before I get your ending advice are going to be these two Oracle decks. She's like, my cat literally is like right here. Mamas. Can y'all see her pawing at me? There she is. I'm trying to get her head there. There she is. Okay, ow, you're clawing me. Go. No. Ow, go. She talks with her hands, so she'll do a lot of pawing and stuff. She was a rescued cat from my mom, and her sisters were blind. Most of them passed. Her mom was blind, so she was kind of, I don't know if they were inbred, but I call her my special kitty because she drools and she's a little cross-eyed, but she's very special. She's very sweet, but she's also very skittish. Like, she can't be around other people. Loud noises will freak her out, but she's also so very smart in her own ways. Like, I swear this cat communicates with me. Okay. So let's pick from these last two decks here. Let's just really kind of wrap this reading up. I know it's been a lengthy reading. Really quickly, you guys, before we get into finalizing this reading up, like I said, I'm going to be going live for a while just because I don't have time to pre-record and edit my videos. Again, summer break, holidays, all that good stuff. Just keeping up with the whole house, you know, being here all the time. It's a lot, especially with 4 kids. You get what I'm saying? 5 kids. It's a lot of laundry, a lot of cleaning, but I am going to be doing zodiac readings live. I'm going to kick it off with elemental readings first, so we'll focus on fire signs, then we'll get into water signs and so forth. But I am going to be doing those live stream. So tomorrow I'm going to be hopping on live in the morning, not real early, probably like around 11 a.m., something like that. And we'll kick it off with fire signs. Like I said, it's going to be live stream, so if you guys want to hop on, I usually like to put like the whole little going live like about 30-45 minutes before I go live, so you'll see the video. And then usually, you know what I'm saying, I go live a little bit after that. So I'll be going live in the morning tomorrow to do fire signs. I'm not going to do too many tomorrow, because if I do, then I won't go live at 8 p.m. I'll be too drained. So I'm still going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. We'll do the collective in-depth love reading like this live at night, and then in the morning I'll do the elemental reading. So I am going to be taking weekends off, so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are my days off, just so that I can, again, get caught up with the house, get caught up with everything. I've been trying to reorganize the kids' room and all that stuff, just get rid of, you know, all the old stuff and in with the new, right? So again, just bear with me. But yeah, I'll be going live in the morning, at least to do the elemental readings live, and then again to do the in-depth collective love readings at night. So my goal is Monday through Friday, but I'm not going to lie, you guys. Time, I don't have a whole lot of time. So it's very hard for me to be even consistent for you guys, just because of the kids. Just the normal things, right? My mother and father live very close. My sisters do. My brother does. So you get what I'm saying. I'm a very busy gal, okay? All right, so grounding the energy with the next deck, we do have Chalice, right? Feminine energy, unity, emotions. So this feels like, again, being balanced when it comes to emotions being shared and reciprocated. Definitely this feels like union. This feels like emotionally feeling the same way. So that's a good energy, right? So it feels like in the past, it's not that you guys didn't feel the same way, it's just that someone didn't acknowledge what they felt, right? So again, it created the problems. Universe, let's dive deeper into this love reading, please. Deeper into the collective love reading, please. Show me what I need to see, but more importantly, show the collective what they need to see. Hidden and not seen, we have the crown, control, leadership, and step up. So again, it feels like that is the overall energy of this reading. Someone stepping up, someone being that leader, right? And it feels like the masculine, right? Who again ran, who wore a mask. We have the time, right? The right timing coming through soon. So again, it feels like this masculine is going to be stepping up really soon, right? Stepping up, taking action, being courageous. Again, this in between, this transition, it feels like it's almost being lifted out of, right? So again, no more tangible, going into that spiritual connection, coming in soon, stepping up, right? Hidden and not seen. We also have hourglass, fleeting, slow, waiting. It's being grounded by owl moon. Okay, we've seen the owl twice now. This is insight, study, and knowledge. So both of you guys, right? Both of you guys really knowing things in this separation, learning things, right, in this silence. Seeing the truth, being wiser when it comes to emotions, being wiser when it comes to thoughts, right? Being wiser when it comes to actions. This feels like having to wait a long time for this person to... The silence is taken forever, right? It feels like it's been a long time since you've spoken to this person. Feels like it's been a long time since this person's spoken to you. We also have runes coming through, wisdom, answers, and seeking. Remember when I was telling you this masculine is questioning? It feels like you are too, though. Again, it feels like, feminine is doubting what may become, right? What may be, right? And it feels like masculine is too, because even though masculine's taking the opportunity, he's afraid there's not going to be a reward. He's afraid that there's going to be failure. Again, it feels like the same thing for feminine. It feels like you guys are marrying each other there, right? It feels like feminine is doubting if she'll have reconciliation. But it feels like, again, the more you doubt, the more you question, the more you find out, right? This is, again, that wisdom, right? This is in the separation, in the silence, gaining so much, right? Being smarter just when it comes to how you love this person, how you love yourself, right? That's the most strongest energy I'm picking up on right now, is in this silence, learning how much to love yourself and how much you deserve love. And this goes to both of you guys here. Because again, it feels like even though this masculine rejected what he feels, he's still rejecting what he feels to this day. Even though he's in transition and about to change, there's still this, I'm unhappy with where I'm at. I'm unhappy with what I don't have, what's broken. Blue moon, sacred, rare, special. This is a message coming through telling you that, every once in a while, every rare, right? What's it called? Every once in a blue moon, that magical energy does take place. Those wishes do come true, right? So even though it may feel like it's such a far off thing or that it could never happen, universe is saying to stop thinking like that, because sometimes those things do come true, right? So it's almost like putting that positive energy, putting that positive result, that positive reward in your life by wishing for it, dreaming for it. So, possibly instead of necessarily dreaming for reconciliation, maybe try dreaming for just something rare and special to take place, right? Because again, you don't want to wish for reconciliation if this person's not in their right energy or you're not, because then again, that reconciliation, it's just going to be, again, the same kind of energy, right? So there is that want and that need to focus on self and to make this last. To make this last this time, because again, it feels like it was meant to die off. It was meant to be tangible so that the spiritual could be acknowledged. Very interesting. We have the labyrinth coming through, right? So again, going through all of this, what feels like dead ends, what feels like all the wrong ways, all the right, all the wrong choices. It feels like it was needed. Again, the challenge, the struggle, the conflict, the silence, the rejection, the coldness, it was all needed, right? It was a part of the experience. It was a part of the journey here. This is the path to self is what I'm getting with this. So again, it's like when this masculine rejected this feminine was able to realize that she had to work on herself, right? And again, same thing. It feels like, once this masculine rejected this feminine, he had to realize, that there was this power with what he felt. There was this power with what he denied, right? Power, clarity, culmination, right? There is this truth. There is this power when it comes to what I dream about experiencing, what I think about, right? When it comes to my opportunity, right? my magic, right? My intuition, right? What my intuition is telling me, where my intuition is guiding me and leading me here, right? This seems very magical. This seems like I want to do this, and I dream of doing this in my future, because I genuinely feel like this person works very well. This person works with me. The power with this person is just undeniable. It can't be compared to, right? So again, it feels like the magic of both of you guys supporting one another, right? Compromise. We have moonrise, fresh start, hope, new love, right? So there is this future, right? There is this new chance. There is this new start. This is a redo, right? This feels like wanting reconciliation and getting it. This feels like wanting another chance and getting it. Hopeful, right? Therefore creating it, manifesting it. We have bay leaf, wishes, protection, and victory, because again, this is written in the stars. This is higher than just you and them, right? There is purpose behind this connection. There is purpose from the tangible ending to the spiritual, future here. Again, it feels like universe protecting one another in this silence and this separation. So it feels like, even though you guys are both on your independent paths, even though you guys are both facing your own battles here, because of the battle between you two, right? Because again, it's really reflecting here when it comes to the overall energy, right? So again, it feels like problems in the connection, right? Problems within self, acknowledging those problems, acknowledging those fears, right? Being protected during that time. So again, this feels like being protected during the separation. Maybe the separation was protection, right? Again, take it how it resonates. But it feels like success is here regardless. So even though you may not have success right now, collective success is in the cards, right? There's magic here. There's distance between you two. I can definitely feel that. This feels like running out of time, but value in running out of time, or what feels like running out of time. So again, it feels like the longer this feels dragged out, the longer you sat in what feels like confusion, doubt, the longer the magic, right? The longer that shit takes, excuse my language, the more magical this connection becomes, right? Again, we have two cards speaking on magic. We have the black cat as well as the silver shoes. Both speak on magic. So again, it feels like having to travel, an experience that was very difficult, having to value oneself, right? Again, this feels like a journey that was very difficult, that was very dark, that definitely had a lot of rejection, but at the same time, the more it's rejected, the more the rejection is dealt with or afraid of, right? Because again, it feels like one of you guys is afraid that this person's going to reject you, or that the rejection will continue to take place, but the other one's just rejecting the other one. So, but it's because they're rejecting themselves. So this feels like the longer this separation, the longer this silence, the longer this distance between one another, the more magic's being created here. The more success is being attained in the future. I do feel like supporting oneself, supporting one another is coming through very strongly. So again, it feels like once self is focused on, the connection is looked at in such a different view. Because again, it feels like before I was looking at this as this lens, like what I saw, not what was needed to be seen. Again, it feels like in the past, there were aspects of yourself feminine just as much as there were aspects of you masculine that you didn't see, or that you just straight up rejected and still could be rejecting. So again, it feels like there is this in between that's taking place. Yes, there was this ending, but there's also this new beginning. And that's what this is, right? That's this realization that things are shifting, things are changing, right? This silence was an incubation. It feels like in the past you guys were baby chickies, and now you're going into incubation. You're about to get out of incubation, and you're about to live your life as a chicken now. No, okay, that's metaphorically speaking. I'm not saying that you're a chicken. I'm just saying this is like going from this. It's not that you guys were immature. There was just so much more for you to still learn. And a lot of that knowledge came from the separation. It came from the absence. It came from the rejection, the denial, the sadness, the grief. You get what I'm saying? So again, it feels like you had to support yourself in order for the connection to be supported. And that's what's being had. That's what's being created in this silence, in this separation. I'm going to go through this deck one more time, and then we're going to pull the final deck, and then we'll also wrap it up with some ending advice for you guys. Universe, final time through this deck, please, for the collective. Anything that the collective needs to see or that I need to see. We have Water Moon, overwhelmed, feelings, immersed in those emotions. Right, so deep emotions, intense emotions. Okay, those two are both in conflicted and not seen, so they're hidden. We also have Snow Moon, retreat, rest, and budget. It's also being grounded by waning moon, forgive, let go, peace. Right, so again, going back to that forgiveness. Forgive this person for what they did, right? Forgive this person for letting go of you, right? That's how you maintain peace, right? That's how you achieve peace within, therefore, peace in the connection. Peace in connections in the future, even if you don't want this person, right? Because again, free will here, even though this person is coming back around, doesn't mean you have to want it, right? I feel like for a majority of you guys, you do want this. You've been craving it, you've been wanting it, but you feel like it's not going to take place because it's taken so long, right? Hidden and not seen, you are receiving the snake, right? Health, deceit, and sexuality in the struggle position, in the transition, in the in-between, right? So this feels like same energy as the weakness going into the strength, right? So again, the tangible going into the spiritual, right? The past was very toxic and tangible. The future is very spiritual, positive, and clear, right? It's reciprocated, it's balanced. It's, again, that equal give and take. But again, it's achieved in the in-between. It's achieved in the separation, in the silence, because again, self is focused on here. So this feels like, again, walking away from the toxic ways, no longer being unhealthy, right? No longer creating an unhealthy, toxic connection. But more importantly, releasing because again, it feels like this masculine was looking at the feminine as lusty, mistaken, right? When it came to her emotions, it feels like this feminine was loving this masculine, but this masculine thought it was just sex, right? Again, I feel like this masculine has to forgive himself for misunderstanding this feminine's emotions. Again, it feels like this masculine has to let go of the lies, the lying to himself. No, mamas, the lying to himself. Ow, she just clawed me. The lying to himself about what he feels, the denying what he feels, right? Again, by denying himself, he denied you, right? So this is, I've got to stop denying what I feel. I've got to stop lying to myself because it's unhealthy. I need to forgive myself for what I've done. I need this feminine to forgive me, right? Focused on healing here with the candle. I need peace. I want peace, right? Yeah, I do. I feel like this masculine's come a long way. I feel like this masculine is still in the in-between though, okay? So again, this offer hasn't come yet, okay? This reciprocation, this renewal, this exchange, this fresh start has not taken place yet. It's still in between, right? It's still in transition here. I'm gonna go through the deck this final time here, and I'm gonna flip over this card. I just felt drawn to go through more here. Okay, we have Magic Ring. I knew it, right? I felt like there was a commitment or something here coming through. So again, it feels like this masculine wants commitment at the end of the day with the Magic Ring. Okay. I'm coming to look. It feels like I want to commit to you because again, this feels right. This feels like it's going to last. I know this is meant to last after things fail perishably, right? After things perish, right? So again, this feels like the bond we have now in the future is not going to end, right? This bond is powerful. This bond is very spiritual. So again, it feels like in the past, the way this masculine treated this feminine was very tangible. It was very, again, just unappreciated, misunderstood, right? Taken advantage of. In the transition, also hidden, we have dark moon. So very interesting. Again, I represent dark with rejection, right? With denial. So denying those emotions, right? Dark moon is the card of listening, solitude, and loss, right? So denying what was lost, right? But also acknowledging what's denied, acknowledging those emotions, right? In that loss. Again, there's definitely this in between, right? It feels like going from separation to going into connection. It feels like, again, it's been a really long time since you guys have communicated with one another. In transition, we also have the crystal, prophecy, energy, and healing. So again, this connection is about to be healed here. Absolutely. This feels like in the past, I didn't have the dreams, right? In the past, I didn't see what I see now. Now I'm seeing it. There's no denying it. I'm confused because I'm like, wow, this is a lot going on. This is a lot of synchronicities. This is a lot of signs. It's a lot to grasp. It's a lot to come to terms with. It's a lot to just, you get what I'm saying? It's a lot to face, but the truth is being faced in this separation, in this in between here. But it feels like in the past, I'm not healing things. I'm not focused on healing, anything within myself, therefore in the connection. But now moving forward, that's changing. Again, there's a radical shift here. It's going from this toxic energy to this very good energy, this very positive energy. It feels like this person, you haven't been able to hear their voice. They haven't been able to hear yours. Again, it feels like it's been a very long time that you guys haven't communicated. And it feels like that's, again, about to change here. I feel like there's a lot of emotions here, clearly, right? These emotions are just so deep that it's overwhelming. Again, it's a lot to come to like, how do you say it? It's a lot to grasp, right? I feel like in this separation, in this coldness, in what feels like absence, no communication, separation, there's definitely this energy of needing to focus on money, needing to focus on savings, needing to focus on budget. For some of you guys, you may just need to go on vacation, right? You may need to just put time into yourself here. We have the besom, right? The broom, fertility, clearing, and renewal. So absolutely, it feels like needing to get things in order, needing to declutter, needing to make space for this person because it feels like this person is making space for you. It's being grounded by oak moon, strength, lasting fortune, because what is felt has never gone anywhere. What is felt is long lasting. It's eternal. It's protected. I feel like it's very stable. It's very strong. It's good. This is good. What's in the future, right? This is good. What's lasting here. I feel like strength is being attained. I feel like, again, this masculine's not going to be weak moving forward. This masculine's going to stand up for what he believes, what he feels, what he knows should be, right? Again, 8 of Cups. He's returning. So let's go through one more deck here. And then I'll go through the comments if I can remember to. And then we'll pull you some ending advice as well. I cannot shuffle with these nails. I do apologize. I am going to be reading reversals with this Oracle deck here. I think this is like the Tree Whispers deck or something like that. I forget. I need to be a little bit more organized and get it together so that I can tell you exactly what decks I'm using. That way if you guys are interested. I will try to come back and put them in the description box, the decks used in this reading. So if you give me till tomorrow, I'll try to come back, like I said, and put all these decks in the description box for you guys. All right, so we have Harmony in the reverse coming through. We have completion in the reverse coming through and ease in the upright. So obviously there's a disconnect, right? There's no union right now. This feels like separation. This feels like things just being off. It just feels like, again, what's being heard emotionally hurts, or what's not being said emotionally hurts. What's not being spoken emotionally hurts here. It creates the pain. It creates the disconnect. It creates the injustice is mainly what I'm getting here. Again, completion in reverse. This is those wishes not being fulfilled. This is the broken dreams, right? This is things not feeling right, but feeling miserable, it's like it's unforgettable, but at the same time, it's unbearable, right? So it's, as much as I can't live without you, I don't want to live with this anymore, right? So it feels like this masculine's having a hard time building up the courage to finally express. Again, it feels like because he's kept this hidden for so long. He's been afraid to be vulnerable for so long. So again, it's that wall is so darn high that he's having a hard time himself letting that wall down. But the card of ease is here. So it feels like the hard part is this in between. The hard part is this transition. But it feels like once this masculine acknowledges, hey, I need to let this wall down. I need to take actions from that place of being vulnerable, right? It feels like once that takes place, once that fear is faced, the problem no longer exists. Everything just comes with ease. It's like flowing, just, you get what I'm saying? It feels like, again, having nothing from this person, feeling absence and absolutely nothing, and then all of a sudden it's like, bam, blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? It feels like this masculine hasn't said anything for a long time, and then all of a sudden he's going to call you up and he's going to be like, look, blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? Fill in the blank. Universe, show me more, please. That's the card of authentication. I don't know if you can read the bottom of this card, but it's earlier, grounding your energy, authentication. Okay, look, can't make it up, authentication, right? This masculine is coming to be very true, to speak that truth, right? That he wants renewal, that he wants to renew things, that he wants to return, that he wants to embrace those emotions that he's hidden for so long here. This is acknowledging his truth and speaking that truth to you. Again, what did I say? This is a masculine who's ascended. This is a masculine who is definitely in his divine masculine energy. I have to redo my nails. I've lost all my stones. I apologize, you guys. I've been, again, working around the house. This is a masculine that has ascended, therefore is wanting to ascend the connection. Okay. Breathe is also coming through. This masculine wants to just be able to sigh, that sigh of relief. It feels like I've held my breath for too long. I've held my voice. I've held what I feel. I've held back for just far too long. This is a sigh of relief. This is finally being able to breathe. Okay. So it feels like in this silence, in this separation, in this broken, unfulfilled energy, I can't breathe. I'm drowning on my emotions. Again, we saw that overwhelmed feelings, can't breathe, right? Because of how deep these emotions are and how deep these emotions have been hidden, right? Grounding the overall energy with emotions in the reverse, right? Just really clarifying what I said. Overall, this masculine has not faced those emotions. He has not expressed those emotions to you. He has not allowed those emotions to be seen, right? He's refusing what he feels. He's rejecting what he feels. But that rejection, that denial is also what fuels him to be courageous enough to get out of this energy and to be vulnerable, to communicate, to take actions, right? From a place of emotions. So again, it feels like this masculine has never given his emotions to you, has never expressed those emotions to you. And that's what this radical change is about to be, right? Again, it feels like it's about to take place, but it hasn't yet, okay? So I do want to get you guys some ending, okay? I don't know where'd that deck even come from? Where did I put that deck? Let's see what these cards are, because these 4 cards weren't supposed to be on this deck. They're supposed to be with its deck, where I don't know where it's at. We have the Sun card, which is interesting because earlier I said Leo energy, and we had the Sun card come out earlier as well. The Sun card obviously is expansion, growth, happiness, right? It's for a reason. We also have the Lizard in the reverse. This is not having clarity, right? Not having confirmation, not having communication. So again, it feels like this is growth, expansion after not having it, right? Not having this person voice what they feel, but now having this person voice that they want to experience things with you, that they feel that you're their happiness. We have the Lobster, right? The Lobster represents shedding, right? Shedding the old, allowing the new. And look, we have the Bird, communication, the Messenger, right? Shedding the old, right? Look, shedding the old. The old was not being clear. The old was, again, not being truthful, right? Not having clarity, but shedding that energy and bringing communication, bringing messages, right? So again, this is definitely growth after a period of not having. Absolutely beautiful energy. So let's wrap up your reading with some advice here. Universe, let's get some ending advice for the collective tonight. We have set intentions. So definitely this person is setting intentions. And it also feels like you need to do the same, right? It feels like, again, remember, we were getting the energy of needing to declutter, needing to make room, needing to get rid of, needing to forgive, needing to focus on self and radically loving oneself. Again, I'm getting radical, drastic shift, right? It feels like this person hasn't showed their emotions, hasn't loved you, and is about to change. Again, it feels like they're setting intentions. Okay, they're wanting to plant seeds, right? They're wanting to grow. We have freedom. So again, this is just confirmation for those of you guys where this person's in another connection. They're freeing themselves from whatever karmic, toxic cycle they're in, right? Again, whatever has them making their dreams stay broken, making their dreams, again, just be in pieces, right? They are freeing themselves, right? This is a flying energy. This is freeing themselves, again, that higher perspective, freeing those emotions that have been caged and kept in, kept backed, right? Kept non-communicated, right? Kept silenced. Let's go through the deck one more time here. Universe, final messages, please. Grounding the overall advice, we have caution, okay? Remember to stay grounded, right? This feels like this has taken a lot of work. This has taken a lot of time, but it also feels very nurturing, very protective, right? This is, I'm very guarded when it comes to what I'm working on. I'm very guarded when it comes to my home, right? Needing to guard what you've worked on, right? Needing to guard your home, again, you within. So this feels like keeping your guard up. So in the same sense that this person had you stuck because they kept their guard up, universe is saying to learn from that person and to keep your guard up. To remember how this person had you stuck, how this person made you feel internally, right? You're receiving dreams. So there's that future energy, right? The dreams that you have, the visions, right? What you feel, your intuition when it comes to this person. But again, remember when we were talking about those broken dreams, this person dreams of having things fixed, right? I feel like I mean, clearly with the star card here, this person dreams of you, right? This person wishes for you. This person has dreams, right? But there's still this mystery when it comes to you, right? I feel like overall there's a lot of mystery just behind everything, right? There's a lot of unknowing, there's a lot of not knowing, there's a lot of uncertainty, confusion, right? And I feel like at the end of the day, both of you guys, the more you question what this is, what that is, why this is taking place, or why hasn't this taken place, or will this take place? Again, it feels like just the more you guys question the confusion, the more you question what you know, right? Again, the more you dream, the more you envision, the more you just trust in your intuition and trust in what the universe has in store. Again, that everything that is meant for you will work out, that everything that's not meant for you will be blocked, and again, you'll be protected from. That's how, again, I feel like everything falls into place for you. And it feels like, again, both of you guys are really working on that right now in this in between, and both of you guys are more importantly thinking about that future and thinking about those dreams, right? I just feel like there are so many blessings in the future. I feel like there's always been this inspiration for one another, right? This inspiration to start things. There's always been this dreaming of starting things. But again, it just feels like there's so many things that are still hidden. There's still so many secrets, and that's what's about to change, right? Again, I feel like for a long time there's been uncertainty. For a long time there's been things that have been held back, and that is this radical shift that's taking place. Again, it feels like there's meaning behind what was not said. There's feelings and emotions behind what is not being expressed. Does that make sense? And that's, again, what's changing here, collective. So with that being said, that is all I have for you guys tonight in this love reading. Again, for those of you guys just hopping on, I will be live tomorrow morning. We will be doing the fire signs. And then tomorrow night we'll still be doing the in-depth love reading. Okay. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday I will do earth signs in the morning, and then I will do again the in-depth love reading at night. I'll be taking Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, and then we'll kick back off with what did I say? Fire signs. We'll do fire signs, earth signs, and then we'll do water signs, air signs on Tuesday and Wednesday. But I'll still be going live at night in depth love readings. I cannot see the comments, you guys. Let me see. Okay. Apologies, you guys. I'm tired. It just happens. I can barely see the comments. I do apologize, but I hope all of you guys did enjoy your reading. I hope this brought clarity, confirmation for you guys. Like I said, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll be doing fire signs. If I have the energy to do more, I will. I just don't want to be so exhausted that I can't do the in-depth love reading, because I actually really enjoy the live stream in-depth love reading. Because I don't know, I just feel like I can really connect with you guys. And I just enjoy the live stream a lot easier. I'm telling you, man, the whole pre-recording and then editing. I would record a reading, right? Say I would record Sagittarius, and then it would take me like 2 days to edit it because I'm such a perfectionist. So I just feel like there was a lot of wasted time. And not only that, but you're not getting a real reading, right? I would take an hour-long video and edit it down to 30 minutes. So you get what I'm saying? I mean, like, yes, there was a lot of like just and stuff. Like I would never really take out any part of the reading. I would just take out like the wasted space and stuff. But again, it was just so time consuming. And not only that, but I really feel like genuinely when I go live stream, I can connect with you guys, like, right? Your energy is actually in the reading. So, now for those of you guys who are members, I only have one member, and I thank you so much for being my member. You're awesome. Okay. Because I've been so hit or miss on my channel. Same thing with my members, you guys. So for my members, I am going to be going live, but I'm just waiting to get more members. I just feel like if I go live for one person, yes, it's like a personal reading, which is absolutely amazing, but it just feels like I feel like it wouldn't be that beneficial for everybody just yet. Does that make sense? Like I feel like I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like there needs to be more people in my members before I start going live. So I'm gonna wait to get a little bit more members and then I'll start going live. But I am going to be doing a reading. I don't know if it's going to be live or not. I'm still kind of back and forth. For my one member out there, if you're watching this, send me an email so that I can chat with you a little bit so I can figure out. Because that's my main thing is I don't want to go live for one member and then like that one member not be on. You get what I'm saying? Like I want people to benefit from my membership only. So I will be going live for my members, but like I said, I'm just waiting to get a little bit more members. I think that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all hanging out with me and hanging on this long. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Y'all have a great night. Stay blessed. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Mwah. Mwah. Bye, fam. Okay, bye.